Cool. This is, if you don't know, a new game from Obsidian, the boys behind Fallout New Vegas and many other things. What was their most recent thing? Outer Worlds, which I didn't really like very much. Like, I thought Outer Worlds is my definition. It is my go-to definition for a neutral average 5 out of 10. It did nothing bad. There was absolutely nothing bad in Outer Worlds. There just wasn't anything good either. Like, it was like eating an unflavoured grey rice cake. It was completely nothing all the way through. So maybe this will be a step up. I've heard good things about this one. This one has very good reviews. It is a sort of mystery RPG thing. It's meant to be fairly short. Did you know that this game was only made possible through Game Pass? When I was getting Game Pass, when I was signing up to Game Pass, but with this code that I got, I did see that. When I typed in Game Pass into Google, because I didn't know where else to go, I'd never used this before, one of the first headlines was, Pentiment developer Obsidian says that this game would not have happened without Game Pass allowing for like a guaranteed income. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I guess. It might be dystopian. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, let's click on the options, just see what it looks like. Virtual cursor sensitivity. Yeah, they didn't have to worry about anyone actually buying it. They could just put it out there, which is cool, I guess. Visual quality. Ooh, the visual quality is a slider. You don't see that very often. That's all probably fine. High contrast? We'll see how bad it is. If anybody's colorblind, you know, maybe it'll be alright. Voice assist? Nah. Voice assist volume? We'll see. It might be funny to put on voice assist. We'll figure all this out. We don't need to learn. I'm going to take this as I take my school career, which is don't listen, coast, and hope it doesn't crumble to nothing, which it did. New game. Easy read fonts. Maybe? I don't know. This game uses stylized fonts. I have a stylized font folder in my font folder. That may be difficult for some reason. The easy read option improves legibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. I think it's fine. I'll be reading most of the text out anyway, but I can always switch over, I'm sure. Yep, that's fine. Okay, I'm already regretting the font. Am I meant to know how to read this Latin? I don't know how to read Latin because I'm a dumb peasant. Oh, have I Tipexed out the Latin? Oh, I'm rubbing out the words. Oh, I feel like I shouldn't be doing this. This seems somehow wrong. I guess we're like copying over new words? Xbox Game Studios presents Cleanse. Obsidian. I like Obsidian, okay? They made Neverwinter Nights 2, which I enjoyed as a kid. I didn't like it as much as Neverwinter Nights 1, though, which was BioWare. But I did like Neverwinter Nights 2, and that's Obsidian. So I'm endeared to them. And obviously Fallout New Vegas is one of the best games ever, probably. Monk Maths. I think we play a monk. I've titled my stream Monk Life, because I think we play a monk, but I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, music. Bass clefs. All bass clefs? Or is that something different that I don't recognize? Is this what being a scribe was like? My only knowledge of scribes kind of comes from playing lots of Kingdom Come Deliverance back in the day. Back in the day, like it wasn't like 7 months ago. Josh Sawyer, my boy! My boy, Josh Sawyer. I love Josh Sawyer. Lead director on Fallout New Vegas, if you don't know who Josh Sawyer is. I think this is us, because I've seen this boy in the artwork. An artist sleeps. Are we the Are we the boy who draws all of the funny decorations around the words? Oh, it's a 2D game. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, if this is our voice, this has to be just my normal voice, because that's going to be talking a lot, isn't it? Okay. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, how is the volume, by the way? That's what the abbot said. How is the volume in chat? Do you get to draw a butt trumpet, dude? There were so many of those. There's so many carvings and illustrations of people sucking their own penises and playing trumpets with their ass, stuff like that. It's very... Volume is good. Okay, or snails. The snails are also strange. Luminations, not funny letters. And the abbot said to me, Andreas. Oh, Jesus. Oh, is this maybe like a, choosing our character? I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library, so are we a womanizer? I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Are we fucking lazy? Or keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. Are we kind of irritatingly talkative? I'm gonna say we're lazy, because I'm lazy. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting? Yes, he had told me I had until the Ides of May, which I think is the 15th. I didn't know this until I started regularly doing crosswords. Asshole. Sorry, asshole. And he's not gonna pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. The yield of labour should not be... Oh god, I clicked. Shut up, Socrates. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it? Oh, fuck me.
How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas?
I'm gonna play this as me, right? I don't like authority, right? So I probably wouldn't say this. I'm not sort of confident enough to do this one. So I'd probably just shrug and try and ignore things. A good way to avoid conflict in the moment, but you know it will come back around. Yeah. No, that was fucking... Who cares? It won't matter. The abbot will keep complaining and eventually it'll get done.
And the doing of work is its own virtue, regardless of what the abbot may think. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will finish both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Ooh, there's like a glossary. What? Nuremberg is a free imperial city of the Holy Roman Emperor. Major trade center and city of arts, including printing. We're a graphic designer, basically. So I get this. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ordeal. Can you insult Kimry, please, with the kazoo? I don't even know what that means. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher.
Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? Is it about to send me a glossary to Jesus? No. Okay. That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to let me spirits. No, fuck that. I'm not doing an arranged marriage. I don't want to get married. I call my partner, Emma, my wife, as a joke quite a lot because she despises it, right? She hates it when I do that. So I do it constantly, like multiple times a day. But I don't actually want to get married. No thanks. That's why I'm not doing it.
It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man. Andreas, I fear you must leave us.
True, Your Majesty.
Will you visit us again soon?
I imagine this is a dream sequence, yes. I can't always dream of this place, Your Majesty. Hopefully, but it's out of my control. He seems cool.
As are many things. Trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home.
Fuck me. Of course, Your Majesty. I'm just going to be reading in normal voices for a lot of these characters, I feel.
Until next time, Andreas.
Until next time, Your Majesty. Oh, I fucking hate this boat. I feel like this boat is going to turn into the worst orgy you've ever seen in your life. Like, just imagine all of these people slowly realizing how bored they are, stripping down and just rubbing all up against each other, but still probably making jokes and playing the fucking trumpet. I never do. Fucking pricks. I hate you so much. At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let them run you ragged, boy. Yeah, fuck the abbot. He's an abbot. He's probably got like 15 fucking prepubescent boys in his room. Fuck him. That's what I like to hear. Well, less about the first thing, but the last part, sure. We're gonna be fine. Gah. Would you please stop? Fuck me, throw him overboard. Throw the fucker overboard. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. I don't know who Saint Grobian is, by the way. I feel like I should be more versed in this sort of thing. Oh, I hated them. Oh, it's a little Buggins. Who are you? Good morning, Ursula. Get the fuck away from me. Why are you poking me? Leave me alone. Andrew. Ugh, fuck her. Right, time to get up. And now we're in the game! I think that's the intro, right? 1. The Baron, April 1518. What happened in 1518? She's gonna flipendo you with that wand. It's, oh, if I know anything about the religious, they won't stand for that. They'll burn her. Although, when did the witch burnings take place? There was a lot of witch burnings in Europe. Well, no, there wasn't that many witch burnings in Europe. There was a lot of witch hangings and a lot of witch duckings. Not many witches ever got burned, but witch killings, let's say. They'll probably kill her as a witch. I think that was going on around this time still. Witch hunters, like that Vincent Price movie. We need to go back to the Abbey, I think was in our quest journal. A few more pages. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Again, I played Kingdom Come Deliverance. Gives me that kind of vibe already. Although I think it's about 100 years after that. The Picatrix Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. Prior Ferenc keeps giving me all of these books to read. I should really clean this up. Nah, don't bother. Look, I don't bother. My room is not filthy, but it's not the neatest thing in the world. It's just kind of a little sparse, and what is here is kind of just lying around. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. I'm just clicking, by the way. I don't have my hand on the keyboard or anything, which is nice. It seems like this might be a point and click. Ursula, can you talk? I said this as a joke recently enough in a stream. Some child came onto a stream that I was watching, and I said, can children of that age read yet? And they responded like I was joking, but I genuinely didn't know, right? I don't know when children learn to read. Is it 3 or is it 7? Or at what age is this child? I'm going to guess this child is 4. To me, this child looks about 4. Can they talk then? I don't remember when I learned to talk. Okay, so she can't fucking talk. Is she 4? She 2? I don't know. Look, we don't need to worry about her. She's nothing. She's nothing. She's nothing and nobody. She's not ready yet. Hello, Clara. You look like you can hold some speech. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Yeah, sure. We'll be nice. She seems alright. She's being nice. We'll be nice. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. It's pies and gravy, almonds, cheese, and some of that rye you like from Albans. That actually sounds much nicer than pies and gravy. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Who's Otto? Who is Otto? Otto is this boy? Okay, fine. Sure. Uh-oh, stop boy. All women in medieval history sounded like this, no matter where they were from. If they were a medieval peasant, they sounded like this. Uh-oh, stop boy. Yes, around dawn. God, I am fucking chiseled. I look like a fuckboy. Hello, Peanut, welcome. Here you are, Andreas. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you. That sounds lovely. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we? Are you about to unfasten your blouse? Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? Oh no, the opposite. Okay. And if we raised it by 2 groschen? Ah, fuck. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. Who's Peter? Peter is this one who looks a little bit like Van Gogh. Cool. Oh, she seems nice, but she's a landlady, which means we are going to kill her by the end of this game, right? Probably. So, I don't know. So far, I want to be nice to the lay people, and I'm planning on at some point assassinating the abbot in some way, right? Fine, we'll be non-committal. I suppose that's not out of the question. I think I can manage that. We're so grateful, truly, Andreas. I apologise again for asking. It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. Well, you are serfs, I assume. When did serfs end? I can't remember. St. Luke bless you for helping us out. St. Luke is the patron saint of rubes. Speaking of St. Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? I really like this text effect, by the way. The fading of the ink as they, dip more ink onto the quill as they write along, and then fixing mistakes. Like, there's little spelling mistakes that get fixed later. That's pretty cool. Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. What's that? We'll learn. We'll learn about monks. Monk life. Divine Office is the prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders. Are we... I'm about to sound really stupid. Would this be Catholics? Or would this be Protestants? Did Protestants exist in the 1500s? When was the Reformation? Sorry, I'm going to look it up. I'm so sorry for even asking. I'm sorry. Martin Luther. When did he do his thing? Martin Luther was born in... Okay, he was around. 1546. When did he do the whole thing? 95 Theses. 1517. So we're close. Okay. I'm not as stupid as I initially thought. When was this? It was 1513 or something? I can't remember when this was set. 15 something. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. You sound fucking ecstatic. From Nuremberg to a university, and now travelling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter. After... I kind of feel like playing this guy as a fucking loser. Like a fucking nerd trash loser. I want me basically slacker. I'm gonna say a few missteps. It must be rather frightening to start all over again. Nah, fuck my family. In my headcanon, we killed them. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. They were horrible. It was a justified killing. No, we didn't kill them. We let them die, though. We didn't rescue them from a fire when we could have. This will be remembered. Ooh. Clara will remember that. Certainly not anyone in tossing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say. God rest his soul. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. I don't know what Vespers is. I'm assuming it's a prayer thing. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over to supper. That is the most German name I could ever imagine. Hello, Emo. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Fucking Druckers. Okay. Can we talk to Eva? I don't know, Eva was a bit boring, to be honest. Eva was just kind of... Oh, Otto was here. Oh, that sounds nice. Let's go. Farm! It's weird Van Gogh man and a strange giant boy. Sure. Hello. Yeah, I want to talk to the strange giant boy. I'm not allowed to talk to the giant boy. I'm assuming he's like a giant lumbering ox son. Hello, Peter. Oh, fuck me.
Andreas.
Okay, he's not interested in talking. Good, honestly. Can I pet a chicken? Cowardly game. They won't let me pick. Ill Peter. I wonder what your defining trait is, Ill Peter.
Bless you.
Andreas.
Ah, yes, Andreas. This weather's been awful. This town's gone to shit since my days.
I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. I don't like this guy. I'm gonna be mean to him. I'm gonna kick him.
Eh? Well, of course they wouldn't know how to do anything now. No one follows the old ways anymore. Time was, we'd find the most fertile young virgin and sacrifice her to the old gods. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perkta, keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that was in our hearts, even if the white Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips.
What sort of old customs? Did you actually sacrifice people?
The kind that scare away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Ronig, he knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. I spread guts on my face every morning.
I won't mention that at the Abbey. No, what do these traditions entail? Tell me in specifics. What do you do? Are you, like, going and, like, coming on some trees or something and saying that it's going to protect you?
When you get up in the night to take a piss, go round the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul.
Okay, fair enough. It's more insane then, rather than evil. How interesting. Tell me more.
Yeah.
I should go. There we go.
All right. God bless you. Remember, save your piss.
Right, I don't like Il Peter. I'm not going to be speaking to Il Peter again. Can I pet the sheep? I can't pet the sheep either. Mannerism style game, weird. I don't know what mannerism is. Here we go, Big Jorg. Big Jorg, maybe. I don't know. Never thought Dreya was some sort of churchy person. No wonder there's never a Sunday stream. I think I've been to Mass twice, maybe? How many times have I been to Mass? I grew up in Ireland, where it was considered weird if you didn't go to Mass, to be honest. But I don't... My parents weren't really religious, so I just never got brought. The school would bring me to Mass. The school sometimes would have, like, a special Mass, right, where they'd bring us up to a church and do Mass. But not many times, and I kind of just zoned out while it was happening. But probably... I'm going to say 4 times in my life I've been to Mass. It's unbelievably dull. It definitely shows. Unbelievably boring. The art style, okay. Mannerism. Morning, Andreas. His name is Big Jorg. He's getting the fucking Schwarzenegger voice. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today?
Yeah, just taking a rest for a bit. Dad is still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey?
Yeah, every day but Sunday.
Right. Thank God for Sundays. Aye, smells like a storm is coming, though.
Is that a thing? It just smells like fresh alpine air to me.
Aye, you've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wonder... What? Where was it you spent your Wanderhaar? Wanderhaar. Before you came to Tassing, what is a Wanderhaar? Wandering years, during which a journeyman artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve skills. Where was it you spent your Wanderhaar?
Pick a background. This will affect choices. Italy. So, Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Knows Dutch and French, and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. I don't know where Basel is. Andreas knows some Italian and French, and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich. Oh, that's Switzerland then? So Belgium, Italy, or Switzerland? Hello, Rosie. This sounds like Arnie's tumor. I'm gonna say we're fucking... We went to Belgium. Belgium. We barely have any cum left in reserve. I just found that quote.
Feels like I'm coming. I'm coming at home. I'm coming at the gym. I'm coming backstage when I pump up. It's like I'm coming everywhere. It's like heaven for me.
Sorry. Let's say we're Belgian. Dutch and French, the silliest language. Sorry. Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. All the great art cities of Flanders.
Where's that?
North and west, down by the sea.
There's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains, and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. Or smell like...
Sorry.
Don't come round when I'm working.
How long will that take?
10, 15 years.
I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg.
What did you spend all that time in Flanders doing anyway? Other than art, I mean.
Ooh, hedonist. Ooh, or rapscallion. Now, here's where we go. So, were we a hedonist? Which means fucking orgies and wine, I imagine. Seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices. So are we good at sex? Are we good at crafting things? Are we a fucking nerd like me? Are we a rapscallion? Minor crimes, fistfights, and schemes, or are we a Tory? I'm leaning towards either rapscallion or hedonist. Thinks he is good at sex. Yeah, I'm thinking either. Does Fedora? Are we a hedonist or a rapscallion? Someone who kills their family is definitely a hedonist. Let's go hedonism then. I was fucking constantly. Flemish women are Flemish. They're beautiful, and the beer is wonderful. What do you think I spent my time doing? I'm familiar with the smell of cum, thank you. Sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it.
Beans aren't available? I forgot to enable them again. That's my bad. Why not? Priest tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere Saint Augustine, who said, Lord, make me chaste, but not yet.
If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas.
Jorg! I can't remember his voice. Jog!
Anyway, I have to get going.
Oh, Peter. Don't like Peter. Surprisingly rare non-horny quote. A trombone is just a fancy kazoo.
Dad is already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Dad is a cunt.
Until later. Bye, Jorg. I don't mind Jorg. Jorg seems alright. Alright, bye, Jorg. To the town commons, please. Because we can't seem to pet any of the adorable sheep or anything. I don't know anything about Belgium. Maybe I should have chosen Belgium. Belgium, I just know for chips and fucking... chocolate. Chocolate that's famous in Belgium, right? Belgian chocolates. I know that I know In Bruges, that movie. That's a good movie. At least when I last watched it, it was. Beer? I don't really know anything about Belgian beer. Oh, my dad really likes Belgian beer. One of my dad's favourite beers, I don't know if he still drinks it, was a beer called Hogarten, I think. Which he fucking loved. Drank it constantly. They're really bad at planning roads. Great chips, alcohol, and chocolate, and slavery. I know that joke from In Bruges. It's like, what are the Belgians famous for? Chocolate and paedophilia, and they only invented the chocolate to get to the kids. I don't know if that's true or not. Like, if that makes sense even. I just remember that joke. Hello, Amber, welcome. Some of the most brutal slavery. Oh yeah, Belgians in the Congo. We did that in history school. History class. I remember doing that. For some reason, we spent a long time in learning about the Congo and all of the fucked up stuff there. Anyway, keep it light. Hello, Endris, you're a blacksmith boy. Can I look into your forge? Endris Schmidt Smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. What a time to come in. It's always a good time. Hello, Andreas. Juxtaposition. Hello, Andreas. Sure. Can I pet any sheep? It's honestly cruel if they don't let me pet sheep. They're so fucking cute. Martin? Oh, Martin's probably the guy and not the sheep, though. Martin the sheep sounds lovely. Hello. Martin, please, can you give me an hand here?
What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them.
That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence's rails fell off and the sheep started hopping at her.
Oh, Jesus. If you learn about other empires' atrocities, you'll forget about the British ones. Oh, they're all bad. Oh, I hate this hat. I hate the hat so much. I keep reaching up to, brush my hair back and realising I still have the hat on. Martin, you idiot, are you going to help them? Is there something I can do to help? I'd like a sheep as a reward. I won't tell you what I'm going to do with it, but I want one. Have you handed sheep before? Have you ever handed sheep before, is what it just said. No. Then no, but thank
thank you. It's very Christian of you to offer. Oh, look, there's something going on up at the Steinhauer's place.
Sorry for these voices. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's some posh pricks.
Who's that on the horse? He looks rich. Let's eat him.
I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when Johann pulled his pants down. Knocked 2 of me man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger.
Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich.
Damn it, Martin! Stay out of trouble for once, you fucking prick.
What, Aunt Eddie?
Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. You fucking idiot.
Sorry. That voice brings that out. Yeah, sorry, see you later. Don't work too hard, Martin. Martin feels like he's getting a bad time. Oh, this will be remembered. Okay, so we've endeared ourselves to Martin, maybe. It's a telltale game. Posh pricks goes on to do broad cockney. Not for them. Those people will be very posh, I'm sure. They can build houses, but not sheep pens. The thought of sheep shit everywhere is horrible. Anyway, let's go. Are we going up here now, then? What are we looking at? How do I go up? Oh, I can. Hello. I have to walk along the path. Alright, that's slightly annoying. So I have to go around. And the sheep are blocking the way. Cool. Lovely. Oh, I forgot I had the sheep emote. It's been a while since I saw that. Okay, I can go around this way. And can I go around this... I can go down? Okay, there's not really anywhere else I can go here, is there? I can't, like, interact with these boys. Come on, up. Can I, like, lean into them? Just, like, eavesdrop? Hide under the horse? Horses have pretty big penises. You could hide behind one of them. Fine, let's go church and druckers. I don't know what druckers are. Fuck me, you're leaving your sheep everywhere. Can I not? No, fine. Klaus, are you alright? Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is how it draws in the fact that he's some sort of stonemason, maybe? I've never tried. You also have a gold carrot for some reason. The gold carrot comes from... Oh, Jesus, how do I even fucking give context to the gold carrot emote? The gold carrot tends to be used by people in place of a bonk kind of emote when something horny has been said, right? Because we played a game called My Horse Prince at one point, which was a really weird horse boy dating simulator. And you fed golden carrots to the horse in order to make him more energetic. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? I think I uploaded a video on YouTube about it. I think it's on the VOD channel. It's fucking weird. It's that... You've probably seen the memes. Hang on. Sorry, fact-checking history live. My Horse Prince. You've probably seen this icon before. I would hazard a guess. Probably seen stills like this before. This is what we played. It is played seriously. It's fucking strange, and it's not good. Oh, God. You didn't even get to fuck him, really. Well, it was implied fucking. But, I mean, look how small we were here. I mean, that is just the neck of the horse. Like, I imagine we got broken in two. My God. Like, there was a point in a cabin where we got, like, pinned down in the snow. And we like, oh, we need to keep warm. And then it kind of... He, like, put a hoof either side of my body and, like, leaned in and we kissed. And then it kind of faded out to black. So I assume we had sex there. But, I mean... It is made clear in this game that it's just a horse. That is just a horse. that we see as an anime boy. It's like a sentient horse that we see as an anime boy. Nobody else does. But we were like born under the sign of the horse or something. So it is just a horse, and they are huge. So it probably ruptured something, unless, no, even the head would probably break something going in, right? Anyway, whatever. I feel old. That's even worse. Yep. Anyway, morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. We loved that horse boy, to be fair.
Good to hear. You're still coming by for supper tonight. Mary and Bert would love to see you.
Who's Bert? I don't care about Marie, but Bert. Oh, it's just a kid. Oh. Anyone named Bert, I expect to look funny or like a Muppet.
You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel.
I don't care what that is. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian.
Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from...
Witch mania. Isn't that the voice he gave Horse Boy? Maybe it was. I think it was.
Oh God, don't say that, Andreas, when it's in a day's ride from Innsbruck.
Innsbruck?
No need to get people all around here worked up about witches again. Besides, don't talk about witches behind Father Thomas. Just a bad idea.
Good to know.
So, supper tonight after Vespers?
Sure, fuck it, why not?
Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. Don't disappoint him, he'll cry. He's a fucking twerp.
See you later.
I hate my effeminate, awful son.
It's medieval times.
Bless.
Oh, fuck me. God bless, Master Mailer. I hope your week is going well. Well, I only have like 3 voices. I am stretching my limit. Yeah, I'm just going up to the hill to go to work. Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes. No, you know what? Fuck you, church boy. Sigh. Andreas, do you think I like saying these silly things to people to get them to come to church? Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz Baron. This is Lorenz, Baron of Roth, Vogel. A great lord from the countryside near Worms. There'll be a DA there soon, you know. Sorry.
Good to see you, Father Thomas. It's nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbours were as welcoming.
Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town?
My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull.
Innsbruck, sorry, I can't speak either. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's DA. See? There was a DA. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him?
Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter.
Why was the DA assembled, my lord?
Oh, some prick called Martin Luther. Oh, nothing you need to worry about. Austrian things, Habsburg things. Boring even for nobles.
Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kiersau. As you know, I fucking hate my wife. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the historic... This is the most boring man in the world. I recently came across a copy of the Historia the Historia Tassiae, which is an account of the early history of Tessink. Here's whatever. Reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes, But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. Its sordid, saucy, sexy past. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gurnet, and I have come back to check on its progress. Wish those sheep would shut the fuck up. I like sheep. I've grown up in Ireland, so I'm used to the sound of sheep everywhere. Fucking sheep and cows everywhere. I have always lived in not rural towns. Like, I don't live in a rural place right now. I live in the middle of a town. I am within 5 minutes walk of sheep. They are fucking everywhere. If you have come to see your oh my lord! If you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. Fuck me. It's an honor to meet you. We hate the church, not these boys. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. He's a fancy boy. He thinks he's too big for us. For the next few months, he's also opening the Abbey's scriptorium. Cunt. A Nuremberger artist working in our Abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Does everybody in this town want to fuck me? Fucking sure. This will be remembered. There we go. Of course it is. I'll just have a word with the abbot if he makes a fuss. And if he still makes a fuss, I'll have a word with the Prince Bishop of Freezing, a good friend of mine. He's a Tory. This guy I'm liking less and less. He is a... Look at that face. I don't know if I can zoom in. Hang on. You know what? I can probably zoom in. If I do this. Look at that face. Look at that smug fucking face. I hate this man. If there's a chance to kill him at any point, I'll be taking it. Tory face. Now, how do I get this back to where it should be? If I do Control Z until everything looks normal again. There we go. Cool. Good stuff. Big old Tory face, yes. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What's he going to do, refuse us? Oh, but we already said we'd meet that guy after fucking Vespers. The guy who sounded like the horny horse. Aye. Excellent. We shall see you then. Oh, he's such a fucking Tory. Mikolaus, I'm demounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house, please. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. Mikolaus wants to kill him as well. Who doesn't want to kill them? Ah, buns! Oh, little foots! Little buns! Little buns. Anyway, and little bees! Oh, they fucking love bumblebees. I saw so few bumblebees this summer. This summer, there was almost no bumblebees. I love bumblebees. I want thousands of bumblebees. They're so cute. I wish bumblebees were the size of cats, because I would keep one as a pet. I would have a giant moth and a giant bumblebee. Those would be my two pets. Fucking love them. Love them. There we go. Like a giant fluffy moth the size of a cat, and a giant bumblebee the size... you know what? Size of the guinea pigs. So about that size. Like just a moth that size and a bumblebee that size. Perfect pets. Just bumping into shit. Being fluffy and round. That is kind of the guinea pigs, just without wings, I guess. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. You're upwards of 14. I think if you scale up a bumblebee, they won't fly. No. Oh, their little wings would just be enough to get them like a foot off the ground, and then they just tumble back to the ground. Oh. You could lift them up. You could lift them up and like put them on your head or something, and then they'd flap their wings and pretend they were flying. Sorry, I just think that's really sweet. Unusually wholesome for this stream. Forgive me for saying so, but you... like Minecraft bees? Yes. I do that with the guinea pig sometimes. Emma gets very annoyed, and well, not really annoyed. She looks disappointed. She'll come into a room sometimes, and I'll be standing there with a guinea pig on my head, and she'll go, "What are you doing?" And I'll just say, like, she wanted to be tall. Just I like walking around with a guinea pig on my head, because they just like looking around, being like, "I'm tall now." Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old not yet to be a master. Are you still unmarried? No, I'm not married, but I'm sort of married to Emma, sort of. I do that with my cats. I think it's just a pet thing. But in truth, I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. They're slavers. The story wants main character be his mistress, whatever the male equivalent is. I don't know. What is favorite? That's when it's royals, right? You have a favorite. I learned that from the movie The Favourite by Yorgos Lanthimos. I don't know, what is a male mistress called? It's not master. That doesn't really fit right, does it? Malestress? I don't know. Page? Well, like, you know, like sort of secret lover. You wouldn't say master. That has different connotations. Anyway, no, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. But since then I've been coming to my vocation constantly. I'm one of the few people who is allowed to draw boobs in this year. My life is heaven. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his books? Tremendous mind. We won't have any problems with him, I'm sure. Now, that DA I was talking about... Sorry, I know very little about this era of history, and that's one of the, like, 4 things I know. Usually they just gave them a bunch of titles and make a secret passage into the room. Yes! That was very much a thing with the favourites. Again, well, I'd recommend that movie with Olivia Colman and Rachel Weisz? And who else was in it? Emma Stone? It's very good. He says things about the church that should have been said many years ago. Wait, you may have even met him, did you? You must tell me. Ah, no, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas... So, are we, in this game, gonna be a Protestant or a Catholic? Now, I am from the south of Ireland. So, it has a very different connotation, this question, here than it does in other countries. In general, the Protestant Revolution was probably necessary. I mean, the Catholic Church is one of the most evil things on the planet, right? And the Protestant, at least it had some good ideas, Martin Luther. I think I would have supported Martin Luther if I had been around at that time. Obviously, he was a bit weird. But I mean, the church are so fucking evil. Hedonistic Catholic. See, if you were in the clergy, you're allowed to be hedonistic. That's what I was about to say, actually, Rosie. I wouldn't really like to share his opinion on the Jews, for instance, but, you know, his 95 little complaints were fine. So, you know, maybe it would have been okay. Anyway, his ideas seem fascinating. I didn't know he ate shit. Was he a coprophiliac? Having grown up Protestant, I hate the Protestant Church. I think it's just whichever you've grown up for, because, you know, the Catholic Church basically still owns Ireland. Not totally. Did you know the, oh, it's a dark topic, but the Sisters of Mercy nuns, Catholic Order of Nuns in Ireland, they're the ones who presided over the mother and baby homes in a lot of the country. The Magdalen laundries. The same one that in Tuam, when they cracked it open, they ran the mother and baby home when they cracked open that septic tank in Tuam, near Dublin, and found 800-900 baby skeletons. They have just been given the National Maternity Hospital by the state. They've been given that to sort of caretake. So the Catholic Church here is still fairly powerful and pure black as coal evil. Like, cartoonishly horrible, evil, evil people. So sure, I'll go with the other one. Just because I don't know it as well. They had nunneries in Australia too, yeah. Mother and baby homes killed thousands and stole thousands of children that have never been found. Oh god, they still won't acknowledge it. Did you know that? They still won't pay reparations or anything. They still won't acknowledge. They asked the most recent pope, king of the pedophiles or whatever. They asked the most recent pope when he came to Ireland. Oh, so are you gonna ever fucking acknowledge what you did? And he went, oh, I had no idea. It was like, you're a fucking liar, fucking scum. Anyway. In Australia, all the different Christians that team up together. I hate all of it. Yep. Very, very powerful here in Italy. Oh, yeah, I imagine the same thing, right? Similar sort of religious cultures, I think, in Italy and Ireland. Again, very Catholic. I mean, you even have the Vatican near there, so like, oh, Jesus. But yeah, Ireland, up until, I would say, about 15 years ago, 10 years ago even, honestly, priests here were kind of considered, like, untouchable demigods. Like, if you were a priest, you got very special treatment. They still get free houses and stuff. And they still own all the schools and a lot of the hospitals. So, you know. What's the name of that organization? Search up, well, hang on. I'll just type it in, because, 1 second. Mother and Baby Homes Ireland. Yeah, the Sisters of Mercy were the things. Mother and Baby Homes. Oh, Jesus. This thing, Irish government, roast run by Catholic religious nuns. There was a few of them, but there was, I think Tuam was the one owned by the Sisters of Mercy nuns. They're also called the Magdalene Laundries. Anyway, move out the way, horse boyfriend. Sorry, we're busy now. Tombs in Galway, sorry. Yeah, it was 800 babies and children. There we go. It was set up following statements that the bodies of up to 800 babies and children were interred in an unmarked mass grave in the Mother of Baby home. Cool. They have 9,000 children had died in them. Fuck me. My God. Anyway, and this was dissolved without ever fucking paying any... Sorry, I'm so angry about this. Only Sisters of Mercy and me is the Gath band. Lucretia, my reflection. I know them. My mum likes them. Yeah, real bad. How this was found, I've said this before, 2 kids were playing around on this housing estate, right? This housing estate, the 2 kids from these houses were playing around, and they found a skull washed up from a storm drain. And they went, ah, fuck, what? That seems bad. And so they went and showed their parents this fucking tiny skull, and then they got a JCB to dig up the tank that was under here, and they found 800 skeletons. Right? That was kind of the nail in the coffin for a lot of people's sort of trust in the Catholic Church in Ireland, was the fact that they haven't even excavated most of these homes. It's going to be the same in most of them. Like, there was dozens of these things all around the country. There's going to be at least a few hundred in each one of them. This wasn't even the biggest one. Like, there's so many fucking dead babies. Anyway, whatever. Back to the game. It looks pretty complicated. It blows my mind. Very similar to the thing with the things in Canada with the stolen native kids. Yes, and it was similar stuff, right? It wasn't as racist here because we don't have anyone else, right? But it was a similar thing. I think it was the same orders some of the time. If you were Canadian, you'll get this, basically, more than some other countries will. Canada would do things like kidnapping native children and forced adopting them out to white couples and stuff like that. We did that, but for profit to America, right? And the state complied in this. The state knew, but just burned all their documents and apologized later, but very half-heartedly. You can see parades of these people, like, being marched with Garda fucking cordons on either side. What would happen is, if you were the term used is, it's happened in Australia too, yeah, I know. If you were a bad woman or a bad girl, right? It basically, if you got pregnant before the age of about 20 and you weren't married, right? You would be sent by the priests to go live in one of these homes, these laundries, right? Which are these big brick buildings, old brick buildings, where hundreds of women would be kept in indentured servitude by the nuns, right? Usually nuns, at least. And so the Sisters of Mercy and other orders would keep them in indentured servitude. You know, like, oh, you can't leave yet. The child birth cost us some money, so you'll have to pay that off with work. So everybody in these towns would get their laundry. It predated washing machines. Got their laundry done by these slaves, basically. And so they lasted up until the 80s, I think. They got less horrifically egregious, but they were still going up until the 80s. And then what would happen is usually, almost every time I think, the children that were born in these laundries would be taken by the church and then sold to America as an illegal adoption racket to make money for the church. So, you know, there's there's movies about it now, like Philomena. It's a slightly whitewashed version of it, but, you know, Philomena exists as a movie with Steve Coogan and Judi Dench, where it's her trying to find her son that was taken from her as a baby and then sold off to an American couple who didn't want to go through the paperwork of adoption. So yeah, it's all pretty fucked up. And then every 5 years or so, there'd be a mysterious fire in the records office, which meant that nobody could ever track them. So, you know, basically, a lot of people never met their kids in Ireland. It's a fairly common thing that you hear. Is like, oh, I never met my baby. I was out when they were born, and when I woke up, they said an American now had them. And they never told me who did. So, you know, that happens. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is quite heavy. I'm sorry. You know, the church comes up. I'm Irish. This happens. But I will say, I don't think that the abortion referendum in Ireland would have passed 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And I think a lot of it is because of that. Because I remember there was a lot during the repealing the ban on abortion thing in Ireland. You saw a lot of posters and leaflets being handed out with like sad-looking nuns going like by the church. The church was obviously very anti-abortion, and so there was a lot of posters going up like "Don't disappoint God" with like a sad-looking nun. And any time I passed one, there was 2 or 3 people under them going like, "The fucking nerve of these pricks! Like, do they think this looks good after what they have done?" I think at least 20% of people in Ireland voted to legalize abortion out of spite. Genuinely, I don't think we're actually as progressive as that vote revealed. I think it was out of spite. Anyway, back to the game, shall we? Sorry for the heaviness. I'm so sorry. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. Oh, last thing. This is very funny. A couple of Christmases ago, I was at Christmas dinner, probably 2 or 3 now. I was at Christmas dinner with my parents and my grandparents and my uncle and, you know, my Emma, and my brother. And, you know, everybody was around the Christmas table and we were eating food. And my mum was telling a story, like, basically somebody said, tell us a funny story from work, making conversation. And my mum told a story where a nun, she worked in a supermarket, and she was standing out with some friends at the front of the supermarket. Just they were on a smoke break and they were all talking, right? And this nun was coming in, this old nun, about 70 years old, who had taught them in the nunnery in school, right? It was nuns ran their school, right? So this nun was walking through the car park, walking towards the supermarket, and she got hit by a car, right? Lightly. She didn't die, she just lightly got hit by a car. Like a car pulled out and just like, right? Just walking slowly, this like 70-year-old nun, walk, and then car just went like, right? And then every person in the staff, according to my mum, she and every person there laughed for about 5 minutes. Because that's how nuns are seen in Ireland now. Every single one. They were like, this is fucking great. I'm so glad this happened. As when they saw she wasn't dead, right? When they went, okay, she's moving. Now we'll laugh. Anyway. Hello, Ringo, welcome. Slapstick nuns, that's how families are structured. I know, I don't know. Anyway, it was very funny. Because again, everybody hates nuns, and from what I know about that school, they have a reason to. The nuns had a reputation for being real fucking brutal and fucking stick happy, if that makes any sense. Like, my granddad is not that old. He's about 73, 74. My granddad still can't really write properly because he's left-handed, but they beat him They beat him so badly anytime he tried to use his left hand to write that he just had to use his right hand. But he was so bad with his right hand that he never learned to write properly. Anyway, and same with my parents. I think my dad told me stories. My dad is about 50. I think my dad has told me stories about being hit with a stick for writing left-handed. The sister founded so many of the fancy private schools here, I'm just learning. It's default. It's actually the other way around here. Usually the private schools are a bit more secular in Ireland. Every national school or public school is religious. It's just default here. Happened to my parents too, yep. I was ambidextrous when I was 5, and my school let me hold my left arm behind my back, but thankfully no hittings. Fuck me, it's still going. Because you're not old, oh god. Oh no, you're quite young. That's very depressing. Maybe I just didn't notice it because I was... No, my school was fine with that. I actually went to one of the very few Protestant schools around my area. There was I went to a Catholic Gaelscoil, which is an Irish school when I was very young, for primary school. And I got beaten so badly by the other students, not the teachers. I got bullied so viciously that I was hospitalized, right? And so my parents pulled me out of that one because the principal, I think, just said boys will be boys, right? And so they pulled me out of that one and put me into a very small, poor Protestant school instead, with about 60 people total in it across all 8 classes. And that one was lovely, and I don't really have any memories of the previous one now, but that one was lovely. That one was nice, and they were lovely. So, you know, I have positive associations with Protestantism, basically. Well, good, yeah. Anyway, you need to pay money to get away from religion in Ireland. Yes, I remember my secondary school. My secondary school was a secondary school built in 2006, 2007. I remember because Bertie Ahern fucking opened it. So it was about 2006, I think the school was opened. And I went there when it was still fairly new. And it was still very religious. They had like a school church, and a pastor would wander around, a priest would go around fucking randomly blessing you, and it was very religious-y still. You know, people would look at you weird if you didn't have the ash drawn on your head, that kind of thing. Anyway, fine. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Were people this casual about Martin Luther? I went to private school in England. They used to have this meter-long rule stick they hit kids with. Ooh. My granddad always tells that story of the switches, where basically there was a garden like full of brambles and stuff in the back of their school, in secondary school. It was run by the Christian Brothers, obviously, right? And if he was writing left-handed in secondary school or primary school, or was talking too loudly or something like that, the priest would send you out into the back garden, right? Ooh, bot hunt. The priest would send you out into the back garden and tell you to get a stick to beat you with, basically, to hit you very hard with. And he told stories about how everybody a few times at the start would pick like a really thin, small stick, like a light stick, and the priest would beat you with it, but then send you out for a thicker one because you didn't do enough, right? And he laughs, but you can tell it fucking pisses him off. In public schools here, they still have Christian scripture people who come around and a chaplain. That's not very successful because statistics show it's a very non-religious country these days. I think we're getting better. Again, I think it was so deeply ingrained in Ireland that I think it took the child molestation fucking scandal, and it took the dead babies. It took the Tuam thing, I think, to finally push people towards secularism. Like, it took that 800 baby skeleton find in order to make people go, oh, fuck. Hello, bros. This is a weird Pokemon game. They still teach it in non-Catholic schools here. Forces my son's son's school to allow my son to skip Christian studies. All the Muslim kids in his class followed suit. Wow. Jesus. Anyway. Yes, thank you for the shout-out, Proposal. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Father Matthias is not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Were you what they call a college slut? Forgive me, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. We'll flatter him. He clearly wants us. Like, he wants us bad. I wish Christians would leave non-religious schools alone. There's not many here. Anyway, forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? Total slag. Ah, no. My family is merely wealthy to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could ever dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. Seems he's as well read as any university student. I know university students. I wouldn't call them well read a lot of the time. My primary was not visibly Christian from the outside, but they had us sing choir songs every day and have vicars show up and such. But the Protestant school, it was so much less religious than the Catholic school, I should say. It's weird, we don't really say Christian here in Ireland, if you don't know. In Ireland, you don't really use the word Christian. Nobody fucking uses it. You say Catholic or Protestant. You never say the word Christian. It's only really other countries. It wasn't until I started consuming other media that I heard people say it, really. Like, it's always Catholic, Protestant, Catholic, Protestant. You never say Christian. But anyway, when I went to the Protestant school, we prayed the Lord's Prayer 3 times a day. Once in the morning, once before leaving, and once in the middle before lunch. And every Wednesday, a vicar would come in and play a guitar and sing to us about how amazing God was. I think it was worse in the Catholic primary school, but it was still not great in the previous one. Anyway, he's well read, apparently. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? Is he, what's it called, sapiosexual? I don't know if that's an actual thing, but a sapiosexual, I think, is somebody who's sexually aroused by intelligence, maybe? In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Did you earn your doctorate? Why did I just sort of do it again? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. Oh, well, you're basically a fucking imbecile, then. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. What was your area of study? Theology? Nah. Imperial law or medicine? This is going to be remembered. Everyone puts it in dating profiles because they mean no poor people. In Australia, people call Protestants Christians and Catholics Catholics. That's the American way of doing it, I know. Most people don't know all the different genres of Christian, and good for them. The genres, I love that. I mean, there's kind of just like, Catholics are kind of just Catholics. They've kind of held strong, right? Protestants, there's like 4,000 types of fucking Protestants. I don't get it. There's so many types. Have you ever tried to look that shit up? I don't know what flavour of Protestant my fucking primary school was. I was going to make a joke about Catholic and Protestant not getting on, but it might be a bit troublesome. Oh, I don't care. I'm very far south. It doesn't affect me. I mean, that's the point. It is the point, I know. But it's like, there's so many. It's like that Emo Phillips joke, if you've ever heard that famous Emo Phillips joke. You know, where he pushes the guy off the bridge for being like incredibly minor, you know, difference. Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna say we're familiar with... Oh, I don't know. How long did the Holy Roman Empire last? It can't be around much longer after 1518. I'm gonna say medicine. Medicine. I'm saying it like a posh boy. Medicine. Napoleon broke it apart. Okay, so it does last a little bit longer. I couldn't tell if that was a bug in front of my screen was in the game. These little boys down here. This little bug boy. That is annoying, yeah. Still around, some might argue. Yeah, kind of just became the church, right? Started with Charlemagne, which is like 800s or so. It's the kind of lame empire, let's be honest. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy. Yes! The Italians continue to innovate in that area. Have you heard of bloodletting of the penis? Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in decades to come. Fascinating. I never thought such things could be. So glad you're playing this on my wish list. I've been looking out for this for a while, because I follow Josh Sawyer, the director, on Twitter, because I like him. And he has been tweeting that it's been good and, you know, has gotten good reception. So I went, may as well. Anyway. Oh, it's, I do not know who you are. Who the fuck are you? Why do you look like you've been beaten by a badger?
You, if you had any faith, if I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face round here again.
Me or...
Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Does dogs tear you to pieces would be too kind of fate.
Okay, just ignore that mad woman. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? Say nothing. He'll probably beat us if we say something, and not in a hot way, which he clearly wants to. Or maybe we just made it awkward. Ooh. The guy on the left is a smarmy actually type. He is. I hate his face. Although I kind of hate our face too. We look like a sort of... If you edited a photo of Timothy Chalamet to make him fit the Giga Chad meme, that's what we kind of look like. I don't like it. Oh dear. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favourite cubeject? What? Oh no. Okay, fine. Chalamet is very medieval looking, yes. Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. Who fucking cares? Logician. Complicated calculations, so not me. Orator. Excellent at rhetoric in university. Skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Occultist. That could be useful. Astrology, theurgy, necromancer, and magical rites and ceremonies. That could be fun. Heavens and earth. I think, yeah, occultist. That sounds fun. Giga Chalamet. Ugh. I used my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. You'll note my fedora. Oh? Esoteric how? Sex demons? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Purely academic, of course. Of course. Oh, that's blue. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticum. Reference, please. A compilation of 17 religious and philosophical treatises encompassing the soteriology of Hermes. Oh, fuck me, that is too much for me. And my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time with you to speak more on this topic during my stay. What does blue mean? He's calling the cops? Maybe it means he's going flaccid? I sort of... Yeah, that makes sense, right? Red means turgid, and then blue means flaccid. I'm going to assume that's what's happened there. The humours, exactly. I look forward to it, my lord. Here we go again, I'm sorry. This will be remembered. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Sucking and fucking, my lord. Sorry, no, sorry. Oh, I think we can pick two, okay. I think orator would be good. Orator, maybe? Orator. Because if we're going to be arguing with people, I think this is a mystery game. This is very much the tutorial. But I think this is so sucking. Yeah, sure, fuck it. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. Ah, I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. They were experts at sucking and fucking. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Or Ater. True, we had less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly, the doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this, out in the sticks, am I right? They didn't make so much olive oil by accident. Oh, just fucking senators just pouring it all over each other. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced easily in the streets of a rural town, as in the Curia of Rome. God, I hate these fucking nerds. Well put! Oh, there's the Abbey, maybe? You're nearly there. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kirsau at all? My family have been patrons of Kirsau for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Kirsau had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. It's as good a place as any to create art. Certainly, though I'm sure you miss the comforts of Nuremberg. Something interesting will happen there as well at some point. Hundreds of years, though. You don't need to worry about it. I'll go back there soon enough. That's good for me, since I still appreciate the Abbey's work. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernert a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I thought he was from Belgium. No, he went and whored around Belgium for a bit. He went to Belgium to be sort of, what's the most apt way of saying it? I went to Belgium to become a gutter slut, and then came here to become an artist. That's my backstory, I've decided. Sorry, by the way. Sow his wild oats, exactly. Or get them sown into me. How venerable. Total slag, yes. Slagging around Western Europe. Just covering me in mayonnaise. The fucking mayonnaise. Like just getting a bottle of Heinz and just pushing it down my throat until I gag. That's what the Belgians do. He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with colour. I just fucking noticed that irritating scratching sound is from the game. Yeah, it's meant to be a quill. This is the most visceral stream on Twitch. Just, seal your lips around the end of the squeezy bottle of Heinz ketchup, not Heinz ketchup, Hellmann's mayonnaise, and then just squeeze hard until it comes out your nose. That's what I looked like in those Belgian gutters. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. I like mayonnaise. I bought some vegan mayo the other day. It's in the fridge. I'm not going to do that, though, I guess. Put baby down hole. Maybe Ursula, the weird, irritating toddler we saw earlier. I don't like mayonnaise, and I definitely don't like things coming out my nose. Miklaus, tend to the horses and baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Vegan mayo tastes exactly the same. It does. It's probably the most accurate sort of replication of any vegan thing. Like, it just tastes exactly the same. Like, there is no possible way you could tell the difference. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Who's the abbot? I kind of want to kill the abbot. Oh, it's nuns. Hit them with a car. Beat them to death with a stick. Just add sulfur. Nuns. There we go. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Founded in the 6th century, the Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observes vows of obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Kirsau is a place out of time in more ways than one. Why were they closed? Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. Just lots of holy babies. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature, after all. Is this Abbot? Oh, he's very big. Oh, no, he's not. He was just far away. Oh, no, this is Father Gernot. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I'm Lorenz, Baron of... Oh, Jesus, fuck me.
Yes, the Baron of Rathvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit.
Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. I have face blindness. I think it's called aphantasia.
Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days.
Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Classic straight people quote. Have you ever heard those 90s remixes of Benedictine monks with their chanting over sick beats? I think I have. I kind of like Gregorian chants. I think they're kind of fun. I have a... Hang on. I have a website that I use. That's very vague and ominous. I've got a website I use. You want to say? I use this website called My Noise, right? And somewhere along here... Yeah, here we go. It's, sort of algorithmically generated noisescapes, which is a stupid way of putting it. But, you know, it has things like, you know, thunder and rain and stuff like that. And I use it to go to sleep. It's taking a long time to load, which means that I might be putting my internet under some stress. But yeah, it has things like this, where... I just turn it up like that. It has, like, you know, thunder and lightning noises and stuff like that. I remember when this website was small. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But one of the things they have is Gregorian chanting, and I sometimes use that to go to sleep. I just put on everything. Just fucking let the Gregorian chanting carry me away, right? It's nice. Yeah, I've given money to this website. I like it so much. I'd recommend it. mynoise.net. Sponsor. It's not sponsored. Nobody's ever sponsored me, and nobody ever will. Anyway, no, that's the kazoo. I don't remember what this VLC media player window is. I can only assume it's the fucking kazoo. Yep. Fine, back to the game, please. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble.
Yes, I mean, no. It's no trouble. Did you want to see it now?
Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of a refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchens?
Fuck off. Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there.
Monk food? I can't imagine monks eat that well, right? Oh, what is this fucking link? Hang on. Enigma, sadness. What is this? Enigma by Sadness Laps? Oh, is it one of these songs? Oh, I have heard something like this. Your parents probably love it. When did this come out? 1990. So I was -6. So yeah, probably. Anyway.
Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. He's a prick. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with that slut, but I need you in the scriptorium now.
Yeah, sure. Oh, this is a bad time to ask for... Oh, yeah, we need the fucking rent! Oh! We need rent in advance because our landlady's a prick. I was 7 years old. I still remember it being played in shops. Can I... Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. It's not my problem. Oh, he did not like that. Shit, I should have asked him about an advance from the Gertner's taxes. Fuck! Maybe I could just convince Brother Mathau to pay me early. Maybe? Find a way to get paid.
This is
fucker.
fucking minging.
Right, bad
Suck
stuff.
your dad.
Convent Garden.
Minging, he's fucking minging.
Fucking minging. Right. Ask Father Gernot. Convent Garden. The Shrine. Ask Brother Mathau. There's the church. Where's the scriptorium? The cloister. Where the fuck is a scriptorium? I wasn't alive either. I can't remember how I found out about it. Internet, I guess. Lower Abbey, maybe? Let's go into the church. Yeah, that's a church. Monastery L'Aquarium. Here we go. There's more rooms. Oh, here we go. Singing. From a beard boy. That's quite nice. Hello, Rudger.
God bless you, Andreas.
Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass?
Oh, yes. It was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice.
Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter.
Exactly. I love Jesus, me. That's why I'm a monk. Just love Jesus. I want to kiss him. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Please don't tell anyone I said that about Jesus. They'll hurt me again.
Have a good day singing. I won't. Sorry. Cloister. Crypt. Tower. Where the fuck is the scriptorium? Dormitory. Old Bailey. Sacristy. And you are... Oh, there we go. Can I have some money, you strange, scrawny man? God bless you, Andreas. How's the sacristy today, Mathau? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No. Just be... What the fuck? Bit sensitive. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. Can I have some money, please? Or else I'll, I don't know, pick you up and put you on a high shelf. Yes, Andreas? I was hoping you could give me my pay. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Garnet. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript that you illuminate, not before. Oh, fine. Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. Kick him. You can probably kick him fair. This Abbey runs to mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts will cause undue trouble, not only for Kearshaw, but for Tashing as well. Bureaucratic prick. Everybody has gone through some sort of series of forms where one of these pricks is involved. At what point is German labour and contract law developed here? Maybe we do it. Maybe that's the plot. Okay, orator. Here we go. Oratory. Is this a skill check? The matter is pressing, Brother Mathau. For the love of another Christian, I beg you to make an exception. And at the point I say, for the love of another Christian, you see this little, like, split in the tunic? I pull that, pretend I'm reaching into my pocket, but I pull that aside slightly, and you can see that I'm not wearing anything under these tights. Like, it's just there. It's just, you can see the outline and everything. Like, it's just hanging there. For the love of another Christian. Ah. Very well. Do not ask me of this again, though, Andreas Mailer. Fucking worked. Knew it. Here you are. I should note this with Father Gernert and Prior Ferenc. Thank you, Brother Mathau. And then give him just like a free glance. God bless you, Andres. Sorry. I won't do that again. Sorry. All right, now that I got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Yay! I'll put it on the table in the evening. I don't need to do it right now. Come on now. Is Father Mathau a little person? I don't think so. I think it's just sort of old. You shrink when you get older. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Dormitory? I don't know where to go. I like his singing. I could just sing here for a while. Is it in the tower? No, it's very much not in the tower. It's the opposite of in the tower. Go back. Cool. I imagine it's... You'd imagine it would be around here. It's probably not in the dormitory. Hey, I'm lost. Do you know where I am? What's... The Old Bailey's the prison, basically, isn't it? No. Scriptorium! There we go. Old Bailey's apparently some sort of garden. I don't know what a Bailey is. The Prior's house. I'm here, baby! We have Guy, and we have Adoc. Can I start working without talking to these people? No. Hello, Guy. Can we call somebody Guy? It's probably my least favourite name. No, Keith exists. Keith is pretty bad. But Guy is also pretty terrible. No offense if you're called Guy. I'm sure you're very happy with it. But I would hate to be called Guy. You know what? Monks want to get all up in your godly business. You can get all up in their dormitory. Exactly. They're prying bricks. It is bad. Like, I know some comedians called Guy and everything. And every time I hear it, it always strikes me as weird. Good day, Andreas. No, what's his voice? You know what? All the monks can have this voice.
Good day, Andreas.
So everyone calls him Guy Ritchie and not just Guy. Oh, that's true. I like Guy when it's pronounced Guy. I've never heard it pronounced Guy. As in, like, the clarified butter thing. Maybe it's like the French Guy. Oh, apparently this is a thing. I've always heard it pronounced Guy, which is not good. How's your morning going, brother Guy? That it sounds like the fucking a fresh bro greeting right there. How's it going, brother Guy? Oh, you know what? He's a frat bro. It's fine. More contracts for the abbot, brah. Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you, you sniveling little Smithers? The abbot and the priors, both, brah. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see the Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. I can't just fuck monks all day. I mean, I could, but they're not great at it. Then I'll leave you to it. What about Adoc?
God bless you, Andreas.
How are you feeling today, brother Adoc?
What? Ave Mew? Ave Mew?
Ave Mew. That's easy. That's easy. I am well. Oh, it's Latin, is it? You pretentious prick. Bro culture alive in 15th century? I imagine it was. Guy Pearce, Guy Sebastian. 2 Australian guys with 2 first names. Guy Montgomery. Is he Australian? No, he might be Kiwi. I think that's a Kiwi comedian that I know. But that's basically, that's baby Australia. It's the same thing.
Well done, my son. It is early. I will give you a harder one later.
I look forward to all of your anagrams, brother. Oh, it's an anagram! I'm dumb. Oh, I feel like Lisa in that episode of The Simpsons.
Little nut.
Yes, until then. Oh, I fucking hate this prick. Look at his face. Look at that face. Look at his shifty little eyes. He's got some secrets. What have you done? What have you done? Those are the eyes you get when you have something hidden in your basement. Look at that face. Who did you do it to? Did they ever catch you? Is this your 15th Abbey? Right, now I need to fucking control Z until we're back here. Until then, bye! Okay, cool. Can I start work now? Don't know how I do that. Oh, there's fucking more. Hello. Hello, Piero. I didn't even know you were here. Andreas, God bless you.
So good to see you.
Good morning. Sorry for that one. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well.
I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming.
Big George Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell the storms coming, but I think he's just high on cum. Brother Aedoc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming.
Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who
He's turning into Yoda as he goes on.
The fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. I'm a nerd.
Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Aedoc?
I am comparing you to an impudent prick whom the Lord in his insufferable wisdom may choose to strike down.
Shut up, Aedoc. Shut the fuck up and die.
I am old, Andreas. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps, and I know what thousands of wasps feel like. Have you ever lain naked in a meadow in the summer, balls covered in honey? No? Then shut up! But I will pray to God for the strength to endure this wickedness.
Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to infest the Arid, and it's pathetic. Sorry.
You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior, only to speak with them about them like this behind their backs. It is shameful, as shameful as the wasps.
What was his voice? I've forgotten. Basically, Cookie Monster.
Oh no, Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he's visiting.
Fuck me, this is a long conversation. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, brah, you wouldn't need to worry so much about visits. Guy, someday you will stand where Piero is, and a young monk will stand where you are now, giving you services. Hello, Madoska, welcome. It's like Cookie Monster mixed with Kermit. I was about to say they're voiced by the same person. No, they're not. One's Jim Henson. Fuck. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else.
Andreas, Baron Rothvogel, is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends. Muscled, oily, powerful friends. Including the Prince Bishop of Freezing, the most powerful and oily of them all. Kirsau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention.
Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't there, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Yay! Masterpiece time. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indermauer manuscript, which is a prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy in Austria. Wow, this is... I have some dull work going on. So do I need to go to the library or something? What am I drawing? Who are you, Zdena?
What do you want, Andreas?
A book, the Indermauer manuscript, the Book of Hours.
Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep?
No, because I was dreaming about you. And I woke up very wet. So wet. Not even sticky, just wet. I think I pissed myself. But sexually? Does that make any sense?
Liar!
Could I just get the book?
That's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it?
I'm sorry, but I can't. I can tell you about my night again.
Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it.
Who is this woman? Cool. Okay, cool.
Sister Illumina!
Sorry, fuck me. Did that cut off? That sounded like it would cut off.
Sister Illumina!
No, I don't want to fucking... No, come on. There we go.
Andreas needs help finding a book, and I don't know where it is.
God, these nuns are useless.
Andreas!
I have one female pitch that I can do, alright? One. Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow Inder Mauer manuscript, the Book of Hours.
Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. As you can tell by the blue, I'm very flaccid.
Cool, lovely, amazing. Oh, don't fucking come over to me, old man. You're covered in fluff. What do you want? We won't hold your massive misogyny against you. It's the fedora. Hang on, fedora can come off. I swear it's the fedora. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets Snake's hair. It digs into your brain.
Andreas, may I see your masterpieces coming?
Of course, your opinion is always welcome, you old freak. I'll be honest, I was expecting better. It's like the movie The Mask, but with a fedora, yes. Oh, and Cat Ear's back. Lovely, thank you. I have been recommended so many collars on Amazon since buying these cat ears. And a sort of femboy wig is the only way I could describe it. Maybe I'll do that as a channel point reward. Not a channel point reward, like a donation goal or something. Because it has recommended a package of like a black collar and the sort of like, you know, like femboy hair, I guess is the only way I can describe it. You know, sort of like a black wig that looks a bit anime. Catboy starter kit, yes. You've already got the ears, why not keep going? It's like, look, you're already gone down this road. Also, I think it's because of Twitter and my Discord, I talked probably too much about how hot Link is, right? About how incredibly hot Link is as a character, and how Link has always been hotter than any Zelda incarnation. And now Amazon is starting to recommend me, like, Link Gerudo outfits. You know, where, like, Link has to sneak in by dressing as a femboy to that town. That got recommended to me on Amazon this morning. And I went, they're monitoring something.
The composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene.
It just doesn't feel right, and I don't know why. Gib Pig.
It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work.
Brother, you know I don't like doing more work than I have to. I like wanking and drinking. Did you know that Link was intentionally made to look non-gender specific to have the broadest appeal? I didn't, but you can tell, I guess. Like, Link's hot, let's be honest. Anyway, Link is sort of like androgyny goals. I want to be more androgynous, I think. Honestly, I saw that Gerudo outfit on Amazon and went, you know what? Might lose some weight. I blame Link for how queer I am now. Link and Midna... Now look, Link cannot aspire to be Midna. Midna is God. But down a bit lower, Link. In terms of ranking, I guess. Anyway. You know what? Fuck it. We'll be hedonist.
I'm not saying you should do more work, but suggesting that there should be more of yourself in the work.
Literally just rhymes with twink. Is he thirsting over Link again? I'm sorry. I didn't know there was room for me in here. That doesn't concern me. What What makes the process of creating another Book of Hours more fun? Yeah, isn't the point of illustrating stuff that you're just copying it? Oh, that's not the Midna quote. No, I don't remember what it is either.
It is inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether we realize it or not.
I'm going Yoda now, I guess.
What does this painting represent?
It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs to the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Oh, how nice for the pigs.
Andreas, the presents here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gurnet.
What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. It said HD instead of the. It does that a lot. They sort of... It's meant to be them writing it out, I guess, and they sort of correct themselves as they go. It's an interesting choice because it makes it slightly harder to read out loud, I'll just say. Yes, it's on purpose. It's good, actually. It looks very good. I don't know how great it is to read, is all I'll say. It looks great, though.
But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth.
It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth.
Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all until it, I don't know, gets looted or caught fire and then it's just there in a digital scan or something.
It's Santa.
What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension, when they have things like iPads, where they can look up all of the monk porn they like? Some will gaze deep in...
That must be a genre that exists, right? There must be like a specific studio who produces monk porn. There must be. There has to be.
Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time.
This is quite a sad, introspective game. I don't know if this is amazing for streaming, I'll just say. Because this writing is quite nice and interesting and slow-paced and sort of... You know, it feels like it's written to sort of ruminate on. To sort of read slowly and take it in and go, I'm sad to report that monk porn is just the TV show Monk plastered onto existing images. No! No! I never watched a Monk. I think my mum watched a little Monk, but I never watched Monk. Is Monk good? Do people like Monk? I think Monk might have a... Isn't the whole conceit that he has, like, OCD or something and it makes him a super detective? As somebody who knows people with OCD, but I've never seen it. Maybe it's good. Does that make you sad? The OCD stuff is annoying. There we go. As somebody who is very close to people with OCD, anybody who ever uses the phrase like, oh, that like arranging some pencils in a certain way, oh, that like upsets my OCD as like a, you know, oh, I like neat things. I'm gonna use OCD. I kind of want to like reach through the tweet and choke them to death. Right? I would not wish OCD on like genuinely the worst person in the world. I don't think deserves it. Anyway, does that make you sad?
I admit I'm still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth, I knew it could not last. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it.
Oh, sorry, Chief. I didn't find the killer. I saw something that upset me and I had to pluck out all my hairs. Yeah, kind of. It's pretty bad.
More people will be able to write.
Oh, the pig just came in. I can show pig in a second, I guess.
More will be able to read, and in doing, he brought to truth.
I hate that this upsets my OCD, or I'm so bipolar today. Ooh, grandmother, I think it's one of my grandmothers is bipolar, and so I know that one as well. That one comes up less frequently, but I have heard it said. Any of those phrases, someone who deals with it as close friends who deal with all their mental shit. Yes, exactly. Oh, hello, pig. Sorry, when I looked at the screen, when I looked over last, she was over against the other wall. I just looked down and she was by my foot. Hello, pig. You okay? Hang on. Oh, I don't want to go under my desk to get a pig. She's just kind of chilling out, looking at me now. Anyway, heard someone call the weather bipolar recently. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Hello, pig. Okay, she has gone onto her little platform under my desk. Let's get pig. I need to, like, get down. My desk is too low. Fuck me. Oh, Jesus. My cloak is caught in my fucking chair. I don't like this cloak sometimes. It's very warm. There we go. Hello, pig. Okay. Oh, you're caught in my ribbon. Sorry, she's gotten the ribbon of the cloak now. Pig. Hello. Hello, pig. You okay? She's perfect. Hang on, let me just fucking unravel this cloak. There we go. Hello, pig. You okay? What's wrong? No. Alright. How's your belly doing? Oh, no tufts or anything? I gave her, like, not a haircut, but I had to remove some tufts of fluff with the scissors the other day. I'm just checking. Anyway. You okay? We'll go down a second. Oh, squeaks. I have a blue cloak that's quite similar to yours and it's hot as well. It's so fucking hot. This is quite cheap, this cloak. It's only like, I think it was only like €15. Something like that, this cloak. But it is like thick velvet and it's so hot. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah, that's the microphone. Look, it's you. Look, it's you. See in the camera? It's you. You okay? You can't go to sleep. I'm sorry. You have to go down. Okay, come on. Oof. Oof. No, don't wrap yourself in the ribbons. She's grabbing the ribbons as I put her down. Anyway, there we go. Lovely. I'm now covered in fluff. Amazing. She's so comfy. Hang on, I'm sitting on the cloak. Cloak was maybe not the best idea. She looks so comfy. Looks so soft. They are very soft. Although it's weird. Their hair doesn't... I don't know if this is going to make sense. It doesn't really feel like fur. Their hair. It feels like hair. It feels like human hair, right? Like, it feels like you're holding something that's covered in, like, a person's hair. They feel slightly strange until you get used to them. They are also unbelievably hot. And I do not mean that in the usual term I mean. I mean, they are like furnaces. They're like a fucking boiler when you touch a guinea pig. They're so fucking hot. I once had a housemate who had 7 guinea pigs. It's so hair-like, it's like petting a head, a skinny head. Yes, it is. It's very strange. Anyway, whatever. Do you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write, anyone being able to read? This might be a commentary on the internet.
There is danger, of course, but printers are already here. We cannot roll back the wheel of time.
Do they run warm? Cats and dogs are warmer than humans. I think so, yeah. It's just because their metabolisms are so fast, right? Their metabolisms are faster because they're smaller, and so they run really hot. Don't worry, people on the internet. I really like that comment. It's hard to even read out, but it's a good comment. Possums are colder, though? Really? That's why rabies don't live in them. I knew that possums are opossums, if you're from Australia and you're confused. Opossums, the North American ones, don't have rabies. They can't get rabies, I should say. Because, yeah, I guess their body temperature. I knew they didn't have rabies, I just didn't know why. I fucking love possums so much. Hang on. I need to end the stream in a second, by the way. A few minutes, maybe. I'll get through this scene, I think. But one thing I want to show very quickly, because it's important to me, right, is anytime possums come up, I try to show this clip. This clip that I'm about to show, when I was feeling depressed one day, I watched this clip without knowing what it was going to be, and it made me cry. Right? What I'm about to show you. It made me genuinely cry. So let me put up the gain so you can hear the noises, because the noises are very important. Let's put it up to like plus 20. There we go. And go to here. There we go. I found this... It's not sad or anything. I found this video of opossums eating banana slices so cute that it made me cry. I sat there on my phone, just like tears going down my face. This was years ago. I was not in a good place. But like, I found it so cute that I started to cry. The fucking little faces! They look like Jim Henson creatures. They look like little Muppets. Look at his... Oh! Look at his little face! Look at them! God, I love them so much. Anyway, there we go. That's what I wanted to show. I think opossums are one of the cutest things in all of nature. I love them so much. Anyway, turn off the game. Go back to the game screen. Go back to here. Unmute the game. That would probably be good. And get through this. Let's go.
It is left to you and generations who follow to be good and responsible stewards for those yet to come. The rest is in God's hands. His masculine, thick, leathery hands.
I imagine all monks are horny as fuck for God. That might be not true. That might be untrue, I guess I should say. I sort of get that vibe from a lot of monks. They're horny for young boys and God. That's all, that they can't get enough of either. I don't like how you're walking.
Ah, where is the time gone? It is already
terse. Which is monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m. 9 a.m.? Fuck, we got up early.
too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule.
The rule. The rule, written in this... Well, how did you not honor the rule?
Until later, Andreas.
Until later. It's nice that the monks are just sort of allowing me to work here, I guess. That's kind of cool. Oh, you fucking clumsy prick. Oh, it's this boy. Is he doing a secret thing? Did he not see me? Hang on. This is apparently a mystery game, and I think it's about to start. This has kind of been the prologue. What's going on in there? Ooh, I can run now. See that? I couldn't run before. Andreas, what was that noise? Long ass prologue. I think it's meant to last less long than I've been doing it, because I've just been talking nonsense. Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint on the floor. But then Prior Ferenc came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and then left. Go check it, maybe? He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Prior Ferenc should know better than that. We only do that for special occasions. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. Just nod. Don't give anything away. She might be in on something too. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. More murderous indifference. That's really the nun vibe. We get taught that. Neglect and indifference.
The fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason.
Oh, one of the great Irish scribes. Did you know, because I didn't until fairly recently, did you know that Irish monks invented the space bar? Not the space bar, but the space between words. That until, it might have been the 1300s, something like that. The space between words did not really exist as a concept. Every sentence was one just long string of letters, and you just had to read it and parse them out. And then Irish monks in like the 1300s or 1200s or something put spaces between the words for the first time, and everybody went, oh yeah, that's much better. Why weren't we doing this? What the fuck were we doing before? This is insanely good. Let's do this forever now. And so I caught on. But before then, just you can see it if you've ever seen, not that anybody needs to, but if you've ever seen like very, very old Latin manuscripts and stuff, it is all just one long fucking line. Like the entire book is basically one sentence. Like there's sometimes full stops, I think. But then the next line starts, there's like, the next line is just straight after the full stop, and then it's just fucking all joined up together. Old Latin is awful to read, exactly. So yeah, space bars. The Irish invention, everybody. Whiskey and the space between words. You sound angry. Make sure you activate beans for tomorrow's stream. See, you can read it, but that's a good example. That's what before the Irish monks, that is what every sentence looked like, but in Latin. Anyway. You sound angry. Oh, I'm just a little guy. Show her the bulge again. Maybe she'll like it too. You should not interpret my disappointment as anger. You should also understand where it is directed. It is ultimately my fault. Oh, I fucking hate nuns. But it's my responsibility to be more vigilant about what books you can take from the library. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rathvogel? Why is Prior Fennec so nervous?
Lorenz, I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name.
Fuck me, nuns.
Anyway, I have never masturbated in my life, and I am quivering with rage at all times. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and father have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it.
Like what? What did he... Fuck me, nuns. Like, what did he buy?
I can't remember. I have my own responsibilities to attend to, like being awful. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron.
Oh. Fine. This will be remembered.
Thank you. It is for the good of the Abbey.
Where should I begin?
Anywhere but here, you cunt. Out there, where you and your cohort has carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium.
I will tell
you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them.
Quest. 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Never read it. An Aeneid? I've never learned how to pronounce it. I've only seen it written down.
Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick.
This is your chance, Andreas. Say something like, oh, I wish mine was only 3 inches thick. And then you'd, unveil again. You don't flash, but, just sort of, stretch so your tunic goes up just above the edges through the tights. And then, stretch and then go back down. And then sort of catch your eye and wink. That's what... Then she'll be too busy blushing, right? Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg inches? Oh, fuck me. He keeps them by my desk. That might be a thing, I don't know.
They are not his to keep.
God, I hate this person. Right, books. There we go. Books. It's the Aeneid. See? No spaces. Well, there's kind of spaces here. This might have been later. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind.
Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies.
How long ago was that?
3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favourite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero.
Are we about to see a recreation of the Aeneid?
Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. The woman who did Stan with Eminem, I think, is Dido. I don't really know who Dido is, really.
Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero?
We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey.
Aenead, okay. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously.
Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do.
Oh, nuns, always fucking drawing the women card. I've always said this, nuns are feminazis. Sorry, the fedora isn't even on. Hello, Relentless, welcome. Can I get a shout out for Relentless, please? Stress on the knee, Aenead. Sorry, I will learn. Well, you're right, of course. Andreas is one of those guys who wears, like, the I'm with her shirts. Liberals. Oh, I can just think. Is it really that bad? Ooh, I can think. Well, we'll just take her word for it.
I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are.
I do think this every so often. How miserable must these nuns be? Like, fuck me, it sounds like a brutally boring life. They're still evil and should all be put to death. But, you know, how bored must they be?
Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones, or both, if you're into that sort of thing. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories until a little man called J.J. Abrams comes along with his smash hit, Star Wars Episode 7. No woman is exempt from that. From the Empress to a nun, it is our lot.
I suppose I understand why you were not fond of the Aeneid. Aeneid, there we go.
It's fine poetry. For men.
Barbed.
Now, the books, if you please.
I have to say, I don't know if this is great for streaming. I'm fucking loving this.
Thank you. Next, Wretched Gerin. This is a printed copy. Green cover, diamond pattern.
Oh, printed. Scum.
I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully that description is enough.
I know the one you're talking about. Brother A-Doc was reading it. So, over here. I've never heard of this one. The Wasps was a high point. The beauty of this truck... the beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. What is it, like Lady Chatterley's Lover, but of the 1500s?
We don't. It belongs to Amadia Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable.
Or is it a comedy? Is it like Don Quixote or something?
When was Don Quixote written?
I love Don Quixote, but I can never... It's 1500s, I think. When was Don Quixote? Was that around at this point? 1 second. Back to the possums eating bananas. Oh, God, I love them so much. I would kill everyone in this chat for them. When was Don Quixote written? This is just for my own fucking... 1605! Oh, it wouldn't be for another 100 years. Oh, you're missing out. Oh, this monk will never... This guy will never read Don Quixote. That's very sad. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has retrieved 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. Is it a sexy book? I would die and kill for those possums.
That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks.
Oh, some sass. Sorry.
A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments.
Sounds fine. You forgot the best part. In the end, Garen learns that he has royal oh, fucking one of those. It's a fucking Oliver twist. The worst part of Oliver Twist. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love?
Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. I'm the only lust they need.
Sorry. Oh, shut up. It's fine.
Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation leads to the downfall of many men and women. I've seen you trotting about in those ludicrous tights, showing everybody you're gentlemen.
Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it?
To die better than we are born.
And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king?
This is... Are you some sort of... I don't even have the word for it yet. Some sort of social man? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ was famously an NB. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. Jesus Christ was an NB femboy. This is my headcanon for the Bible. He was an NB femboy.
It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas.
I'm lurking in here. I'd have to double check you were ad-libbing there for a minute. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or
would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter?
I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand. This is a hate crime somehow. I'm just trying to think how. I think that's not the first time Jesus was nailed against a piece of wood. Sorry, that one's bad. My headcanon is that Jesus is a non-real.
It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amadia, Roscoe's property. The book, please.
My headcanon, he was sort of a dick. Maybe. I don't know much about Jesus. Considering where I grew up and the schools I went to, I kind of just zoned out through most of it. Mans was just a carpenter. Just a charismatic, beardy carpenter. I mean, I say beardy. I only basically grew up knowing the BG Jesus. You know, when Jesus is portrayed as looking a bit like Barry Gibb. Is it Barry Gibb? Barry Gibb. Yep, there we go. Like, this is the Jesus I know. Our Lord and Father, Jesus Christ. That's the only Jesus I respect. Western Jesus made you look like Charlemagne. I didn't know that. Kind of makes sense, I guess. So you could claim descent from him. Oh, God. Isn't that blasphemous? Because Jesus is meant to... Is Jesus meant to have died a virgin? Obi-Wan Jesus. Yeah, that's also true. Is Jesus meant to have died a virgin? I think that's a thing. Anyway, whatever. Illuminata. Are we done now?
There is only one book left. Then you will be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, and 2 inches thick.
Brother Guy was reading it, the frat bro. Okay, frat bro was right behind us. Oh, here we go. What is it? That is French. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. It's French, which means it's sinful and sexy. Reading French. If he did, he also died a liar. I've seen paintings of Jesus on the cross. He could get it. Jesus, like, put that boy in a dress and we'll see what happens, right? Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll stop now. I'm sorry. Oh, my French is degraded so fucking badly. I'm not reading that.
Very good. Please bring it here.
What is it anyway? Mary Magdalene, I don't know. This is how bad I am at Catholicism. I was raised, I wasn't really raised Catholic, but, you know, I went to religious schools and stuff. I didn't know that Mary and Mary Magdalene were different people until fairly late on. You know, the Virgin Mary and Mary Magdalene. It's in French. The soul that God touched, empty of sin in the first state of grace. What is this?
Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. You're not my fucking boss. I'm not a monk, you bitch.
Why won't you tell me what the book is? Maybe I'll just keep it.
Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas Mailer. One that the precious abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. It's about Jesus fucking and sucking all across Jerusalem. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate.
What? Why?
I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of 1 bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it. But I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason.
So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? God, I love this game, actually. Heard of my bread to wine trick. Well, check this out. Water to wine, yes. Bread to wine. Ooh, bread wine. Although, actually, did you know that when you say raise a toast, everyone will know this is like fucking children's trivia, book level trivia. When you say, like, to raise a toast at a wedding or something like that, or at a dinner, that is because Romans used to dip toast in wine. It's gross. I don't know why they did it. But they did. 200 years ago, like dunking bits of like spiced toast into like, I think it was made more like mulled wine at the time, but you know, stuff like that. 200 years ago. What? Why is it still here then? How old's the abbot?
Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. Also, he's a pervert.
Have you ever eaten old-timey food? Completely different palate. True. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed. Yes. Good. I had some Tudor food and they loved putting savoury and fruit together. Ugh. Oh, I hate that shit. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. They're the Jedi. Fume silent. No, fuck the church, pricks. This will be remembered.
I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas, and Father Matthias is gone. It is not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gurnet learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed.
Well, no, fuck you. I'm not giving it to you then. If you're just going to destroy it, must it be destroyed? We'll ask first nicely. Cheese and fruit can be good. I don't like putting savoury and sweet together ever. It's like popcorn. A few times I've been asked now by foreigners, right? Which is, there's no nicer way of putting it, right? But by people not from Ireland, why sweet popcorn doesn't exist in Ireland. It does in shops, but you can't get it outside of some supermarkets. You cannot get sweet popcorn. And it's because sweet popcorn is a cursed disaster, and popcorn is savoury, and you can never mix those two. That's disgusting. Like putting caramel or toffee on popcorn? Ugh. Fuck me, that's disgusting. You can only get salted popcorn here, and that's the way it should stay. That's what I think about all savoury sweet mixes. I'll always pop a grape with something savoury. I love it. See, the thing is that I don't like grapes. Is there a reason for that? I don't know if there is one. I think it's just that Irish people are very boring. Big popcorn incident. Eat your salty cardboard in silence. Sweet and savoury is lush. All of Asian, Middle East, North African stuff know their stuff. I love salty. Like, look, I go through about, I'd say a year, I go through probably about 3 kilos of MSG. Right? Maybe 2. Maybe a couple of kilos of MSG. I fucking love salty, savoury nonsense. I hate sweet stuff, though. I really don't like sweet foods. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here.
I do, so do Mother Cecilia and Father Gernot.
Cecilia, na 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 na, you're shaking my confidence daily. Is it that, Cecilia? Yeah, but you could maybe just be fucking cool about it. Nothing sweet from miserable goth boy. No, fuck you then. If you're gonna destroy it and not be chill, then shut up. It's just sugar and spices. Doesn't make it to the edge of the world. Honestly, I doubt it. Other than in apples, like I doubt if Ireland had much sugar, like refined sugar, until fairly late. We don't grow any, I think. We don't grow beets or sugarcane, obviously. I'm pretty sure, like, if you've ever seen traditional Irish food, it is all boiled meats. It's all boiled meats. So, like, boiled meat and cabbage. And obviously potatoes. That's all it is. The most famous most popular, I would say, traditional Irish food, other than stew, that is eaten regularly here, is bacon and cabbage, which is boiled bacon, like a chunk, you know, like a side of bacon, not like strips or anything. But boiled bacon, boiled cabbage, boiled and then mashed potatoes, and then like a weird white parsley sauce over it. That is like national dish. We did not really discover sweet foods until later, I think. You folks were busy helping us make sugar, not eat it. I refuse to give it to you. Fuck you, none.
What? What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? Wank?
Fucking keep it safe from you freaks.
Give me that book, or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothvogel.
This one might work. I don't know if either of these will work. She seems full on like, oh no, what the bishops say goes. Duty of the as librarian might be alright.
My duty is to God.
Okay, fuck that. But what about the librarian's rule? The rule to protect books. Okay, here we go. Oh fuck, okay. Offered to help her enthusiastically. Oh fuck, it's a persuasion game! Oh no, they were rolling dice in the background. Right, books shouldn't be destroyed. She liked that. She offered to help Illuminata. Or we offered to help her. That raised it as well. But we yelled that the church was wrong, and she's really fucking churchy. So, what do we do here? Failure! Oh, fucker!
No, you just made that up.
Yeah, I did. Consider the theological reasons.
More sound than a condemnation from 3 bishops of Paris.
Oh, fuck, it's not gonna work, is it? I mean, who are you gonna trust, them or me? Oh, failure. Oh, no.
Did you leave university voluntarily, or were you fucking expelled?
What if I take it very far away? I'll be gone by the time Father Gernot asks about it. If you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed anyway.
I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. I'm used to drowning children, not books.
Oh, here we go. I swear I'll take orator background and offer to help Illuminata. This one will fucking work. How could you have even stopped me? I swear I'll take it far away. It's been out here for years. Yes! Yes! I'm glad I took that background now.
I'm trusting you in this, Andreas, against my better judgment. Don't make me regret this.
Oh! You can't see... I don't even know if you can see this. I got an achievement. It just did a, like, beep noise, which I've never heard before on this machine. I think that's an Xbox noise. Okay. Well, tell me the thing and then I'll end the stream. Tell me what you want to tell me.
Now then, Baron Rothvogel, quickly though, I need to finish up here soon.
We've been talking for about an hour, so good. How long has he been... He seemed unusually friendly. She may only... Oh, I can think. She may only have time to answer one question. So, oh, here we go. This is information then. He seemed unusually friendly with me. Does he want to push me against a desk and rail me until we're both lying sweaty on a pile in the floor? The Baron is quite wealthy, quite educated, and he loves fine art. I think it's clear why he enjoys your company. Most of his peers don't share his passion for modern thinking, nor are they as interested in art. You are a rare thing, Andreas Mailer, an artist with a university education. Most of them are scum. You may not be of high birth, but whatever the Baron's faults may be, he chooses to fraternize with common people. They won't tell on him. Sometimes with unpleasant consequences. Did he get in... Oh, fuck. Okay. I don't know. Did he get involved with someone in the town? I think is more likely. No, maybe someone in the Abbey because he likes smart boys. They're a bit modern and artsy. I've heard that this is kind of a gay game, maybe. Or like has some overt content. That, you know, only something with kind of an indie budget gets away with. But I could be misremembering. Did something happen? Something in the Abbey? Town. Fuck it. I only know rumours. A simple argument between the Baron and a man. It became violent. Did he kill someone? I don't think he would have. Was it with... Who was Lucky again? This boy. Was it with this guy? I don't remember him. No, I don't believe so. Besides, I can't imagine the Baron could get the upper hand on a man the size of Lucky. Or was he the fucking, Smith? Do you know why they call him Lucky? He survived two Oh no, it was the stonemason guy. I remember him. The one I gave this voice to. He survived 2 pieces of masonry falling on him. One was a gargoyle that he put back up on the church's roof itself. In any case, I doubt Lucky was the man the Baron fought with. Should I be concerned for my safety? Only if you're not into some maybe rough play. I can't say. I don't know Baron Rothvogel much more than you do, Andreas. But there's an inherent danger to walking in the shadow of a powerful man. Just be careful, gargoyle face sitting. Now that I can get into. A nude tane. Well, I must be off to mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Sorry about all the screaming earlier. How will you get to the church if you can't enter the scriptorium? I thought this was the only door into the library. We have our own special nun thing. We can teleport. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. Although technically... Yeah, I was about to say this too. Although technically, if it doesn't have water coming out of it, it's a grotesque. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working in the guest house below the Abbey. Okay, there we go. I will have to end there. I've been live for 4 hours again. Fuck me. I'll be live again tomorrow. I might just continue on with this. I don't know. Well, actually, I might start off tomorrow with maybe more... Either tomorrow or Wednesday. If I'm live Wednesday. I don't know. We'll work something out. But I'll play Trombone Champ this week. Because I want to play more Trombone Champ. Maybe one more stream of that. Maybe tomorrow. And then we'll continue on with this. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. Because it's not meant to be very long. This is meant to be like a please no quiz. I might do Trombone Champ to start off the stream tomorrow instead of quizzes. We'll see. Like just a few of those. When will we get Pebble P arc? Oh god. Thank you so much for that. Thank you everybody for joining. It was very, very fun. Let me find somebody to raid, actually. That's something I should do. I've gotten better about that. I haven't forgotten to raid anybody in a while. I did used to forget to raid people all the fucking time. Who's live? Don't know why I'm saying it like that. Let's raid this person /raid. Oh fuck, I'm on all caps again. This person There we go. Have I typed that right? I have. Amazing. I will see everybody tomorrow. I will be live at 1 p.m. Irish time again, like usual. My bladder has been full to bursting for about probably half an hour now. I just didn't mention it. That's why I've been sort of wiggling as I'm ending the stream. My God, I'm going to explode soon. Anyway, goodbye. Oh, I never moved my chat back down, did I? Hang on. Let's do that. Just to prolong the pain. Let's do that. There we go. Anyway, yeah. Maybe this, maybe whatever it's called, trombone chat, maybe both. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thanks for everybody for watching.